Hello my darlings and welcome back to my channel. How's everyone going today? I hope everyone is having a beautiful day. If you are new here, hello, hi and welcome. My name is Despina, or you can just call me Desi, or yeah, whatever you prefer. In today's video I will be spilling all of my hair secrets. It's a highly requested video and I've taken some time to put this together because there's a few things that I do. I am always being asked what I do and what's my secret. So if you guys want to learn how to grow long, luscious hair, long, luscious locks, then please keep watching. Okay, so currently my hair is down to my waist. I'll get up and show you guys. Like there. And it's all my own hair. Yes, it's all my own hair. I get asked all the time, am I wearing extensions? And the answer is always no, I do not wear extensions. It's all my own hair. And it took me a while to grow long hair. I got a trim last week. I got about that much off. And I want to take you through the story. So when I was 17, I had hair down to my ass. It was very long, and then I decided to get I had completely virgin hair up until this point, and I had never had a color, and it was really thick and really shiny and really luscious, and I decided to get balayage, I think it's called, and I went and got it. And to cut a long story short, the girl did a really crappy job, to the point where she pretty much killed my hair. So I ended up with pretty much a dip dyed strand of hair. So half the hair, like just imagine up to there is brown, and then the rest of it is all horrible orangey blonde. I asked for a very subtle balayage, and she just dip dyed it in and out, and she ruined my hair. And I don't know if I want to tell you, or I should tell you where the place is so you don't go and ruin your hair too, but I'm thinking about it. Anyway, so I was horrified and I was crying, and I tried to get a refund. She didn't allow me because I was only 17. I didn't know how to be assertive at that point, so I just walked out in tears. And the hair was in the worst condition. It was in such bad condition that I had to chop off all the area that had been bleached. So that was about from there downwards. So I just snipped it all off, and I had shoulder length hair for a couple months, and I was trying to grow it out, and it wouldn't really grow. It was, I think it had been kind of shocked from the bleach. So this is when I began to do a bit of research and try to find things to grow my hair, because it was up to there, and my entire life I had long hair, and I personally, for me, I know long hair is a very feminine and a very alluring thing. I don't know if that's the word for it, but I love to have long hair, and I feel quite sexy with long hair. So I did a lot of research. I watched a lot of YouTube videos, and the tips that I am gonna share with you now is what I came up with after trying out a lot of things. Now I'm gonna tell you the stuff that I've tried out but hasn't worked for me before I go into my tips, because I've got a list here of all the stuff that has worked for me. This list has taken me like 3 years to write, so it's very precious. So before I get going on the tips and tricks and spilling my secrets, hair secrets, I've tried a lot of things. I've tried taking biotin tablets, and I didn't see any difference. There is a lot of mixed proof on if biotin works or if it doesn't work, and I really don't know. But for me, it caused me breakouts, and as soon as I started getting breakouts, I stopped it, and that was the end of that. I tried Vita Hair gummy bears that the Kardashians endorse and they swear by them. Pretty much the same thing. I didn't see a great improvement. I didn't really see any improvement, if I'm being honest. I've tried taking silica tablets, algae tablets, and so many other things that really haven't worked for me. So look, I'm just saying that they didn't work for me personally, but they could work for you. I really don't know, but this is how I grew hair that is long and healthy. So I'm going to go to my little list. So first of all, you've got to understand that growing hair is a long process. I know some people grow hair faster than others, but it is a long process and you've got to be patient and you've got to be prepared, and it isn't an overnight thing. Like, it isn't just gonna happen like that, and you really have to treat your hair like gold. So that's the first tip. So just really treat it as if it's precious to you. The first tip that I've got here is brush your hair with a boar bristle brush. Now, boar bristles come from a pig, and they are extremely fine pieces on it, and it distributes the hair oils all over the hair. And I've been using a boar bristle brush for a long time, and I swear by it. I bought mine from Kmart. It was like $3, $6, I don't even recall. And always brush from the bottom to the top. Alright, so I just went and grabbed my bristle brush. This one is from Kmart, as I said. So brush from the bottom and work your way up to the scalp. And that's what I've been doing, and it reduces hair breakage, and it's just the most efficient way to brush your hair. Tip number 2, always blast your hair with cold water after a shower. Cold water kind of seals the cuticles and kind of shocks your scalp into producing a lot more blood flow to the area. So always after every single shower do this. And at first you'll be like, I can't, it's too cold, but after you do it for a while, you'll get used to it. And now I've been blasting my head with cold water after a shower for like, would be about 1 or 2 years now. And I attest to this, and I think it's a huge reason why my hair grows so fast. And also, while we're on that note, I would never shower with hot water. Hot water dries out hair, and I know it's really good to just have a long hot shower, but if you are, I would tie up your hair because it really dries out your hair a lot. So avoid hot water in your showers if you're going to wash your hair, and always blast with cold water after a shower, and be sure to like let the cold water like kind of like run down your hair so it kind of reaches the ends of your hair too. Tip number 3 is as soon as you come out of the shower, do not put your hair up in a big towel. It could cause breakage. You can use these towels called Queenie towels, I think. They are specialized microfiber cloth towels that are used to dry hair. If you don't have one of these, all I would do is I would simply dry the hair and pat it with a towel gently. And as soon as you do that, apply some kind of hair oil to your hair while it's damp. I know some people use coconut oil. I can't use it because I can never get it out of my hair. Like, it's so thick and so strong. So I use argan oil. I use organic argan oil. I also have a hair oil from Chemist Warehouse that I will show you. So this is what I'm currently using. It's from Squat Prof. I don't even know how you say it, good lord. This is what it looks like. And I use about 2 or 3 pumps on damp hair, and I kind of only run it through the end, so like from there to like there, and then I allow to air dry. So coming on to tip number 6, you have to air dry your hair. I would never recommend blow drying damp or wet hair. I know a lot of hairdressers are going to argue this point, but personally I believe that if you blow dry or attempt to style your hair while it's still wet, you are causing a lot of hair damage, a lot. So avoid that at all costs. And you can actually apply heat protectant to damp hair. If you want to be super duper careful, what I do is I apply it while the hair is still damp, so like all over the hair. I apply it everywhere, and then when the hair dries and I'm gonna style it, I will apply it again just to the ends of the hair. So coming on to tip number 7, always use heat protectant. Very important. Very important. So the heat protectant that I am currently using is from the same brand that I can't pronounce, and it's the Heat Style Heat Protection Spray. Anti-frizz, 24 hours, and I love this stuff, and it's so cheap too. Tip number 8, do a super moisturizing mask at least once per week. Depending on how often you wash your hair, I wouldn't recommend washing your hair more than twice per week. So that's actually tip number 9, but I will talk about it in tip number 8. So only wash your hair once or twice per week, and do a mask at least once per week. If you've got dry bleached hair, I would do it twice per week. So I am currently using this clear henna wax from Chemist Warehouse, Ultra Organics brand. This is what it looks like, and I apply that to damp hair, and I allow it to kind of sit for at least an hour. Ever since I got some bleaching done in my hair, I have also been using this Olaplex Hair Perfector number 3. And I've kind of found that it reduces breakage in my ombre parts. In the past I have done gelatin masks, but I'm going to talk about gelatin in another video because it's a really good thing for hair and a lot of people don't understand, and I can tell you that I've used gelatin hair masks for like 3 years and I attest to them, so I'm going to give out the recipe for that in another video. Can't give out all of my secrets at once. Okay, so tip number 10. Always sleep on a silk pillowcase. You've probably heard this from a lot of celebrities, but sleeping on a silk pillowcase reduces hair breakage by 47%, I think it is, or 67%, I can't remember. So I've been sleeping on a silk pillowcase for 3 years, and it kind of helps with everything. It reduces hair breakage and is also really good for your skin, reduces wrinkles and everything. So go buy a silk pillowcase and you will not be sorry. I will link everything down below that I've used. Now, before I move on to tip number 11, you have to buy a proper silk one, and they can be pricey, but you can't buy the imitation silk. It just doesn't work properly. So tip number 11, cut your hair quite frequently, and when I say cut, I mean trim. So trim like 1 centimeter off, like this, like I would say like every 4 weeks. And a lot of people are scared of chopping their hair, but it kind of improves the overall hair health. I wouldn't recommend cutting it frequently until it's grown out to a point that you're comfortable cutting it. Before I grew my hair to where it currently is, which is down there, I only used to cut it like every 3 months, but currently I'm cutting my hair every 4 weeks, and I just get like a trim, like maybe 3 centimeters off. And I've kind of noticed that every time I cut it, it grows even more. But I don't know if I'm just dreaming. But to me, giving your hair a good trim is extremely important for its overall health and well-being. But as I just said, I wouldn't cut it that frequently until it's grown out to the point where you're comfortable with its current length. So yeah, I don't know how I feel about cutting hair when it's still short and you want to keep growing it. But as soon as it grows to where you want it to be, I would cut it just to kind of keep it healthy at least every 4 weeks. Now, tip number 12 is use a very low risk hairstyle. So what I mean by that is, you know how some people, they continually wear buns or extremely tight ponytails. It can actually really damage your hair and cause a lot of split ends because your hair is defying gravity and it's just in a very unnatural position. It just causes a lot of damage. So if you are going to wear a ponytail, I wouldn't do a ponytail every day. If I'm going to wear my hair up, I will usually use a clip and just kind of clip it like that, just kind of thing. Or I will use a seamless hair tie, or I will use a scrunchie. I love scrunchies. And yeah, I wouldn't recommend sleeping with your hair tied up. It's just really quite poor for it. So yeah, just keep your hairstyles low risk, and if you don't stress out your hair, it should grow. So I will put a link down below of what I mean by low risk hairstyles, because I kind of feel as though I haven't explained it properly. So check out the description box. And my final tip would be to never ever ever attempt to bleach your hair at home. It has got to be the top reason why a lot of people ruin their hair. So if you're gonna go darker, I don't see a problem with going to the chemist and buying a box of dye. Just always remember that the color is usually 1 or 2 shades darker than what it says on the box. Now, I've kind of made this mistake a lot of times, so trust me. And don't ever bleach your hair at home. I would go to a proper hairdresser that you have done a bit of research on, and they've got some pretty good reviews. Obviously, don't go to the one I went to. I would also recommend, I wouldn't go to cheap salons, because generally speaking, with your hair, you get what you pay for. So I would definitely recommend spending that bit extra for peace of mind. So find a good salon and stick with it. And that's pretty much it, guys. I think I've answered all of your hair questions. If you've got any more questions, please give me a comment down below, or you can also send me a DM, whatever you prefer, and I will try to answer it as quickly as possible. I hope I have answered all of your questions, and I will see you guys in my next video. I love you all so much. Please subscribe and like this video, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys, I love you all. Mwah. Bye.